In today's video, I'll be using a hot glue gun to make an Apple Watch band, give myself vampire fangs, create a very useful pair of underwear for my iPhone, and more of the internet's best hot glue gun life hacks, plus more things you guys dared me to do in the comment section. In the last video, I asked you guys, what is something you've always hated? And your comments were right on the money. And I agree with you, but that does mean we're all just a bunch of haters now. But since you guys came up with so many comments, I thought I'd ask another question. What is something you wish would just go away? It could be anything from Netflix trailers that show you almost the entire movie, to people that do Fortnite dances. Be creative with your answers and put whatever you can come up with in the comment section. I'll be picking 10 of my favorite to be featured in the next video. Now, let's get this thing going. For this next life hack, what we're gonna be trying to do is make a watch band for my Apple Watch. These things are actually pretty cheap online, but since we're making everything out of hot glue these days, I figured why not? And also, if it works, it'll be one of the few ways to actually have a unique Apple Watch band. These Apple Watch bands are actually only $8 online, but it looks just like the $50 watch band that Apple sells on their website. But what we're gonna be trying to make today is maybe worth a penny or so, give or take. And while it may seem foolish to trust your expensive Apple Watch with a 1-cent watch band, that's exactly what we're gonna be doing. And that being said, let's get this thing going. So this is my normal Apple Watch band. This is basically gonna be what we're using as a guide on what to make the new Apple Watch band look like. I'm not even planning on taking it off yet. I just know that I need it to be about that thick. Let's get this thing going. Now I just have to let that dry for a little bit, and then I'm gonna stick it on my Apple Watch and we'll see how well it hangs on there. Here's my master plan. So if you have an Apple Watch, you can go get these cheap little plastic cases to go around the outside. They're only a couple bucks each, and that's what I'm actually gonna be sticking this watch band that we just made to. But first, I have to take off the actual Apple Watch band. And there's my Apple Watch. It's kind of like the world's smallest tablet when you really break it down. Oh, that came off perfectly, and it actually looks kind of cool. Wow, there's like a consistent design going through it because of the ridges on this thing. That's awesome. But to be perfectly honest, I think I need to make it a little bit bigger. Okay, now it should be ready, hopefully. All right, it worked. So now we've actually found out that it's really easy to add on if you need to add on to your watch band. You know, like if your wrist happens to grow. All right, let's get this thing going. Now, in an effort to not destroy my Apple Watch, I'm going to only be putting the hot glue right here where the band is. Now we'll just give that a moment to dry, and then I'll go ahead and put the rest of it together. That actually feels like it's pretty solid on there. All right, now hopefully that hangs on there, because we have to finish putting this together while it's actually on my wrist. Oh my god, there it is, and it's actually pretty cool looking. I can't even lie, that looks really dope, and it's probably not any less secure than my other Apple Watch bands. I actually really like that. Would it be weird if I actually wore this around like that? Because I actually really like it. It probably looks better in person, to be honest. I think that this looks awesome. I am definitely happy with the way that this came out. Now, I'm sure there's a million other ways to make an Apple Watch band, but this really worked out. I would not be surprised if you saw me walking around with this all the time. Wow. Siri just tried recording what I was saying. I'm actually really into this little pattern that I made too. It looks less homemade because of that pattern right there. Looks like it's probably from like recycled plastic or something like that, but nope, it's made out of glue. And it holds on there pretty well. I gotta be honest though, I would not trust this to hold my watch if I was doing something dangerous, but yeah, for just walking around the house, I guess it's fine. That being said, this is something that will probably eventually break my Apple Watch, but for right now, I really like it. And that being said, we'll be on to the next thing. Now, after having my phone for a while, I'm embarrassed to say that I'm just now realizing it doesn't have any underwear. So today, I set off to do the right thing and finally get my iPhone the underwear it deserves. The next life hack that I'm gonna be attempting to do is make underwear for my phone. And I don't exactly know the purpose for this either, but it's been featured on a whole bunch of life hack channels, and they don't really come up with many reasons why they're doing this either. The only thing I can think of is maybe it'll stop somebody from using the thumbprint scanner, but that only works on programmed thumbs, like your own. I suppose it would give it some protection, not much, not as much as a phone case would. The only purpose I can really think of is that it will probably drive a little bit more attention to a thumbnail. Maybe? Other than that, I'd say it's pretty much useless, but to find out, we will be making one, hopefully. And that being said, let's get this thing going. Here's the phone that we're gonna be making a phone case for, or an underwear case for. You may remember this phone case because I made this in the last video. Nothing else is really special about the phone. We're just gonna get this thing going. All right, let's see how the phone panties have turned out. And there you have it. My phone now finally has underwear. I'm not sure why it has underwear, but it definitely does. So now, just in case my phone feels like it might want to crap in its underwear, now it finally has underwear to crap in. And for that reason, I'm pretty proud of my phone. It's now got its big boy pants on. It's a good phone. The phone's actually only okay. Probably time to get a new one, especially seeing as how this one now is wearing underwear around my house. And that being said, we'll be on to the next one. For this next life hack, what I'm gonna be doing is making myself vampire teeth. Not because it makes sense to do that or anything, but because life hack channels have suggested for me to. But the way they've suggested to do it is actually kind of weird. They suggest to do it with a hot glue gun, which for them is actually typical. They say to do everything with hot glue. But to be honest, they never actually usually show how that's done. It's more like a clickbait thing for a thumbnail, but then never really talked about in the video itself. I mean, there are a few exceptions online, but most of the time when you see that in a thumbnail, it doesn't mean anything. But today, I'm hoping to change all of that and make something that's pretty stupid. I'll be using my high temperature hot glue gun to make some teeth, and then using a much lower temperature glue gun to apply them. Now what I'm gonna be using for a mat is this silicone baking sheet. It's actually used to make muffins, and we have made muffins with it, even on this channel. But now, we're gonna be making vampire teeth. And I think I'm gonna try to make it about the width of my pinky nail. Okay, I know it doesn't look like much now, and it's probably not gonna look like much later, but if we let this dry and then put it in my mouth, it might look pretty cool. Shouldn't be long, and we'll find out. So now here are the two little teeth that I've made. I'm just gonna try to peel these off and then stick them to my real teeth. And they came off pretty easily. That's awesome. Look. Silicone is the best at everything, forever. I should have probably already had this one warming up. Now this is a low temperature glue gun. It uses the same stuff, but it's not as hot. And not only that, but I'm gonna let it sit there and cool off for a little bit and wait till it's almost about hardened, and then I'll apply it. At that point, it's barely gonna be warm at all. And as we know from previous life hack videos I've done, you can actually squirt this stuff straight onto your mouth. That's what she said. I mean, really, look, you can just sort of, I mean, it looks crazy because, you know, it looks like a hot glue gun, but it's not the same thing. It's not even hot. I mean, it's fine. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's hot. You wouldn't want to touch it to your bare skin. I've eaten food that's a lot hotter than this. Matter of fact, my morning coffee is usually way hotter than this. So if that gives you an idea on the level of temperature. But again, you would not want to just put it right to your skin. That would probably hurt. But now I'm going to try to apply my teeth. I don't know where it went. All right, well, I just straight up lost that first one, so I made another one. It's probably stuck to my back or something, but I will never find it. That being said, I'm still gonna try to apply this other one that I made while the other one is cooling. And there you have it. Now I have vampire teeth. They do tend to come off pretty easy. I want to suck your... I've got vampire teeth. Let's have a kiss. Speaking of drinking coffee, I probably need to get my teeth whitened. Yeah, I've actually got them hanging in there pretty good now. I'm having a little bit too much fun with these. Oh, it came off again. It's not the perfect solution to a Halloween costume, but it is kind of fun. And surprisingly, I was able to get it to work. Not like most life hacks. And that being said, we'll be on to the next one. Now, I also wanted to tell you guys a story about this time that I put hot glue on my fingernails because, well, the thumbnails and life hack videos made it seem like a good idea. But I gotta tell you, it was not a good idea. In fact, it hurts a lot. So much so that I don't think you could probably show that on YouTube. But I just wanted to make people aware of this internet phenomenon that's going on where there's a lot of life hack videos putting hot glue on fingernails in the thumbnail, but you'll never see that in the video. I actually tried getting some footage of myself putting hot glue on my own fingernails, and well, it didn't turn out so good, and I'm not sure it'd be YouTube appropriate. But maybe in the next video. So if you found this video helpful, or if you just enjoyed watching it, make sure to click the like button. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and bell me for notifications if you'd actually like to see the videos. And of course, as always, I'll be seeing you guys in just a few days with a new video. Alright, thanks guys. Bye.